After changing our fridge to compressor fridge the other week, and then last week getting the Alco legs fitted to the chassis, we've pretty much done all the upgrades that we wanted to do to the van to make it perfect for us. However, there's been one thing niggling me. One thing I wish they'd done different from the start. Right, to bring everyone up to speed, when we first got the van, we took it to Richard at PP Protect and we got a ceramic coating done on the van. We then took it to Broad Lane and fit the air conditioning unit on the roof. Next up, we got Bruce to install extra solar panels. It came with two 100 watt solar panels, and we put an additional two 375 watt solar panels on, giving us 950 watts of solar on the roof. We then took this to EcoTree Lithium, where Rob at Oak Tree Motorhome and his guys installed the system that Phil had designed for the van, which is a massive electrical upgrade, giving us lots and lots of Victron gear in there and 960 amp hours of lithium batteries, which means we can run the air conditioning unit whilst off-grid all night. After grinding out the tow bar and knocking our water valves off last year, there was one thing we needed to do to solve that problem, and we got the VB air suspension fitted. And that's been fantastic for giving us a much, much smoother ride going down the road over bumps and what have you, and I can level the van at a press of a button. And last week we had the Alco High 4 legs fitted to the van, so that now will level us at more extreme angles. Also, it will stop us getting buffeted around by the winds. So what's this last upgrade I've been wanting to do? Well, it's the stereo. Well, not so much actually the stereo, because the stereo is great. It's got a real good vibrant screen. It's got Apple CarPlay. It's got Android Auto on it. And it even has a built-in TomTom sat-nav, although you can't put the dimensions in like you can with this one. But the sound coming out of this is pants. I do like my rich sounds, and it lacks the bass. So today I'm going to Blade Ice in Cranfield, where he's going to upgrade all the speakers in the van. He's going to add additional speakers, he's going to add an amp, and he's going to add a sub. So first off, what does the standard stereo sound like? He's probably not going to do it justice, but this is what it sounds like. It's not very good. The sound isn't rich, and there's no bass there whatsoever, and that was at full blast. So we've also got speakers at the back. As a standard fit, we have two speakers right at the back, right underneath these cabinets here, and that's good for when you sat in the back to listen to the sound there. But there's nothing in the middle. They didn't put any speakers in the middle. In our 649 there were speakers in the middle. So what we've gone and done is we've taken the panel off of this wall and the panel off of this wall, and we're going to put some speakers in the middle of the van as well. We've also taken the Agouti seat base out of here, because that's where the subwoofer's going. And what Ham's gone and done is he came along at the weekend, took this out, took it back to his, and he's built a custom box for the sub to go in. And that's going to be under Harry's seat, facing downwards. And here's the frame, which is now currently upside down. It's got the custom box he's made. It's got the sub in it here. And over here are the side panels that we saw earlier. And there, he's put some thin profile speakers and some tweeters on there as well. And we've got over here the wiring loom and the additional speakers. And this is the amp. This is the Rolls Royce of amps as well. It's 8 channels and it's got 10 channel DSP, is that right?
That's correct.
And there's the connections in the back. It is small, look at the size of my hand. I remember amps used to be huge, we used to have them in the car, and they're just tiny nowadays. So this is a speaker kit that will replace all the Fiat speakers in the front of the cab.
You get deadening with it, you get the perfectly OEM fit tweeters.
Oh right, they're in the pillars, right?
These are the ones that go in the pillars,
yeah,
and they fit in the OEM locations, in the OEM fittings.
Fantastic.
With all the fittings on there.
Brilliant.
Utilises the OEM plug, so that will go into the OEM plug, and this is a little crossover unit.
Plug and play.
Plug and play.
Perfect.
Here's the mid-range.
Ah, of course. These are in the door, right?
These are the ones that go in the doors. You get a fitting adapter.
Yep.
And again, utilise the OEM plug, and then the connections obviously go onto the back of the mid, and then you get a 6.5-inch mid bass. Right, and out comes the OEM one, and this goes straight in. Straight in, yeah. Perfect, excellent. This is the harness that makes it all connect seamlessly. Right. So it is a plug and play harness that will go into the OEM head unit, yep, then out into the DSP, which then connects into the amp DSP with all the relevant connections. So you have your high level output, and then you have your inputs as well. Fantastic. So it's all there, and then an extension cable that goes to the subwoofer. Perfect. It's all on one cable. All the gubbins. So nothing needs to be cut. Right. It's just plug and play. Plug and play again. Excellent. Right, let's see if the box fits now. See if your measurements are right. Just about gets through the door. Yay! It fits. Yep. Well done, mate. Measured 5 times, didn't you? For that? Yeah. Perfect.
So Anne was saying that I've had this off a lot for doing the upgrades, and even this piece here wasn't there when he looked at this last week. This was fitted because the legs were fitted last week. And here's pulling the dashboard to pieces, look. Ah! You make it look easy. And there you go, that's all the stereo is. If you've got one of these new Series 8 cabs, that's what it looks like behind the stereo. And the connector's just going to go straight in there in the OEMs, yeah?
Yep.
Perfect. Simple as that. And then that one in there. Plug and play. And now you've got to route all that cable down there.
Yeah, and I can see it.
You've got a route.
I've got a route, I can see it. Straight down. When you see the daylight, that's a good sign. And you're going to film me doing this? Just put me on the spot.
So we've got a knob for the sub to turn the bass up and down, and we're now going to drill the dashboard. Well, we're not. You are, Anne. And we're going to put it right there. No pressure, Anne.
All right.
In the way. No, not there, Em.
We'll get the drill and we'll make a hole for the LED.
And there it is, perfect. Well done. Most of the day so far has been spent fishing cables around the van. These units that are going in the middle are fantastic. So lucky I gave him the take away, and he's wired it all in, look. With the tweeter at the top, and then the main unit, and then this little gubbins which controls what frequencies goes to each one. And he did that at the weekend when he should have been spending time with his family. So this one goes here. It's just velcroed on, these sides are. Makes it easy to get to them. And how neat is that? Look, we've got a bit of trunking running up there, and we're right under here, which we're going to put the front on, and then to the speakers. A very neat job. So we've just taken the speaker out of the back here, certainly one of them anyway. And we're trying different ones to go in. And here's the speaker that's come out of the back, a little Kenwood, and here's the one that's going to go in. Look at the difference in that. This weighs so much more. And the magnet on the back is huge. A tight fit, but it works. Just. And there we have it. Two nice speakers in the back. That should sound a lot better for the boys. We're probably going to hook up their projector to these speakers when they're playing and when they're watching telly, and that'll probably sound really, really good. Right, that's all the speakers in the back and the sub all in place. All we're left to do now is take all the cab speakers out and rip the doors off and replace all them. So in order to get to the tweeters, we've had to take the blind out the front and take this complete side panel off, and the little tweeters are just sitting in there nicely now. Let me show you the difference between the two. So this is the little tweeter we've taken out of there, and this here is the new tweeter that's gone in. We put a bit of glue gun on there as well. And these components here are going to make sure we just get the high frequencies to this. The built-in one here has just got a tiny resistor thing in there. You can see how much better this one's going to be. So we've pretty much been at it all day. It's 5 to 5 now, and he's not eating a thing. I've been snacking on sandwiches that Lindsay made me, so I'm going to knock us up a couple of pot noodles each. There you go. Always got pot noodles in the cupboard for the boys. Let that hot water just cook them for 4 minutes and we'll be good to go. And he's having to take the blinds off the side just to be able to get this door card off. Look. Dismantled the whole thing. Never made it easy, but now we'll be able to take the door card off and replace this speaker right here. And there's the door card coming off, which was a bit of a pain. I didn't show on camera there, but there you go. He's got it off eventually. That's been pressing against there like that.
Yeah.
Right, it's damaged the speakers. No wonder they weren't sounding good. Okay.
That's just
that ain't good, is it?
No.
But they don't look very good speakers anyway, do they?
Paper cone.
Yeah.
Untreated foam surrounds. Yeah, they don't weather very well.
Let's get the bad boys in there. There we go. Get rid of that. So have a look at the magnet on the back. Okay. So this is the pony speaker that we're taking out of it. It's really lightweight, flimsy, tiny magnet on the back, made of paper. And here's what we're replacing it with, which I'm going to struggle to pick it up with one hand. Look at this Gladen speaker here. The quality just reeks it. And it also comes with the fitting kit, some gaskets and some sound dampening to go in the door as well. So all this comes with the kit for the Fiat. And don't worry, there will be a link in the description for this, guys. Give these a little stir. Chicken and mushroom pot noodles. I ain't had these for ages. Fantastic. There's one there. Oh, they smell delicious. Give them another minute and it'll be good. Here you go, bud. Pot noodle.
Wicked.
Get that down here.
Thank you very much.
And there we go. Much nicer, sexier speaker than came out of it. Look at that. That'll sound a lot better, especially with the deadening he's put in the back as well. With an extra bit of foam, so he's wrapping that module up so it doesn't rattle around in the pillow. Well, that was a bit harder than the other door card to get off. And how's the speaker? Oh, right.
Yep. Well, this one doesn't have a module in front of it or anything, so
right.
This one has not been crushed or anything.
Okay. But still, let's get that horrible speaker out there and get the decent one in. I can't just blame Fiat, because he actually, Am's just said that he has had Ferraris in with paper speakers like this before. So yeah, they put them in all kinds. And there's the door prepped with all the insulation in there and the gasket on here, ready to get the speaker in. Much better. And the last tweeter going back on the pillar now. Now we're 7.5 hours into this job, guys. It's now 20 to 7 and we started at around about 11 o'clock this morning. So quite a long job this, quite intricate, taking all the panels off and chasing all the wires. And of course I haven't filmed it all for you. It would have been boring to watch us just chasing all these cables. But I just wanted to document the upgrade procedure, as I have been with all the upgrades here. So I'm looking forward to seeing what this sounds like in a minute. And now for setting up all the channels and what have you. It looks a bit complicated. Oh, there's a sound coming out here. Fantastic. Love it. Right, we're done. It's 8:30. I'm shattered. He's shattered. We've been on it all day and it's done. He probably spent about an hour tweaking it in the software itself, but it's sounding amazing. I can't do it justice here. I really can't. But let's take it home and see what Lindsay reckons. So I've just driven the 20 minutes home from Cranfield and I almost had a tear in my eye. The sound coming out of this thing is out of this world. It's absolutely incredible. I said, Alexa, play History.
History from Yaz's Planet Radio.
Alexa, stop. Right, let's go and get Lindsay to see what she reckons. Come in, love.
Okay.
Sit down.
So you've tidied up as well.
Although the floor needs a wash.
The floor needs a...
We was on a farm for much of the day.
Okay, it's vacuum. It's fine.
Right, you ready for this?
Bum, bum, bum.
Alexa, play History.
History from Yaz's Planet Radio.
Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it and reverse it. It's your primitive, it's my neck.
How's that?
You. That's cool.
Isn't it? Alexa, stop. Right, I can't play too much audio because I will get a copyright claim, but what do you think? Can you tell the difference?
Yeah, I can tell the difference. There's a big difference.
It won't be doing it justice here, but the sound is absolutely incredible. I was saying I nearly had a tear in my eye on the way home. I was kicking up the tunes to History and it was just amazing. Just like the teenage years again, eh?
Bless you. Bless him. Oh my God.
Right guys, I hope you've enjoyed the video. This was just a simple upgrade of the audio system video. I wanted to document it and put it on the channel. I do understand it's not for everyone, so apologies if not for you. There's details about everything we've done in the description, links to everything. And I want to thank Am he spent all day today getting this right. He even spent another hour at the end when we was all tired tuning it. So if you're interested, there's a link to his website in the description as well. See if there's anything you want from him. But this upgrade here, I know what you're asking, this upgrade here, you're not going to get much change from about £2,000 what I've had done here, all right? So, but it's worth it.